Welcome, incredible mental upgraders, to another transformative episode of Mental Upgrade Podcast. I'm Lina.
And I'm Daniel. Lina, today's topic feels incredibly powerful to me. It's a question that holds the potential to reshape any moment.
Absolutely, Daniel. It's a question that invites us to step out of autopilot and embrace the limitless potential of every single instant. Today, we're going to explore, what if today is the day everything changes?
Oof, what a liberating thought. Because we often wait for a big event, an external sign, or the quote-unquote perfect moment to start making changes. But the truth is, that moment is always now.
Exactly. Our goal today is to inspire you to recognize that the power of transformation resides in the present. We'll talk about how a single shift in perspective can trigger a cascade of positive events.
We'll explore the idea that life isn't a linear sequence of events, but a series of turning points that we create ourselves. We'll give you tools to identify these moments of choice and how to use them to your advantage.
And most importantly, we'll encourage you to take that first step, no matter how small, because that's the true catalyst for change. This episode is an invitation to action, to hope, and to belief in your own power. Ready, Daniel?
More than ready, Lina. Let the transformation begin. Lina, let's kick things off with a core idea: the power of a single decision. It's easy to underestimate the impact of one moment, but history is full of examples of how a seemingly small choice changed the course of a life.
It's so true, Daniel. We often think big changes require big actions, but the spark usually comes from an internal decision. Let's talk about how one moment can redefine your trajectory.
Think about it. How many times have you heard stories of people who, in an instant, decided to quit a habit, start a business, or change careers? It wasn't a gradual process over months. It was a firm decision made at a specific moment.
It's as if the universe is waiting for that signal, that declaration of intent from us. That decision, even if not immediately visible externally, is a massive shift internally.
Precisely. It's the moment your mind says, no more, or yes, from now on. And that internal clarity is what begins to align your actions with a new direction. It's the turning point.
And the interesting thing is, it doesn't have to be a dramatic decision. It can be something as simple as deciding, today, I'm going to prioritize my well-being. Or today, I'm going to be kind to myself.
Exactly. And that small decision is like the first domino. Once it falls, it can knock over an entire row of other dominoes. One small choice can lead to another and another, creating unstoppable momentum.
So change isn't something that happens to you, but something you create from within.
Absolutely. And this leads us to the idea that every day is a new opportunity for a fresh start. You don't need to wait for Monday, the beginning of the month, or New Year's.
That's a trap we fall into a lot, isn't it? I'll start my diet on Monday. I'll call that client next week. And so, we postpone our own potential.
Yes, that mindset robs us of the power of the present. Every sunrise is a blank slate. Every moment is an opportunity to rewrite your story. The question isn't when, but why not now?
And it's not about being perfect from the get-go, but about making the decision to start and then continuing to make that decision day after day.
Exactly. It's the consistency of those small decisions that adds up. If you decide to be 1% better at something today, in a year, you'll be 37 times better. That's the magic of compound interest applied to life.
So, for our listeners, what's that one thing you've been putting off? That decision you know you need to make? Remember, the power of a single moment, a single decision, is immense.
Today can be that day. The choice is yours.
Daniel, if every day is an opportunity, how can we become more aware of those key moments? Let's talk about identifying your turning points.
This is the key to living a designed life, not one by default. It's about recognizing, quote, moments of choice and how to use them to your advantage.
Could you give us some examples of these moments of choice?
Sure. A moment of choice is any point in your day where you face a fork in the road, however small. For example, when your alarm goes off, do you get up or hit snooze? When you feel stressed, do you take a conscious breath or scroll social media? When you face a difficult task, do you tackle it or postpone it? When someone criticizes you, do you react defensively or choose to respond calmly?
Ah, I see. These are those micro moments throughout the day where we have the power to choose a different response than our usual pattern.
Exactly. Most people live on autopilot, reacting out of habit. But when you identify these moments of choice, you insert a pause. In that pause lies your power. You can choose a response that moves you closer to the person you want to be and the life you want to design.
So, the key is awareness, being present enough to recognize that there's a choice.
Precisely. And to become more aware, you can practice the conscious pause. Before reacting, before making a decision out of inertia, pause. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, does this choice bring me closer to or further away from my vision?
That pause, even for a second, can change everything.
It truly can. And this leads us to the idea of, quote, the domino effect of small wins. When you consciously choose the option that serves you, even in a small moment, you reinforce your identity and your belief in your ability to change.
It's like every small positive choice is a vote for your future self.
Yes, if today you decide to get up with your alarm, that's a small win. That win gives you a boost of confidence for the next choice, maybe opting for a healthy breakfast. And that, in turn, gives you energy to tackle a difficult task.
And so, a series of small, conscious wins chained together, building momentum that carries you towards your bigger goals.
Exactly. It's not about changing everything at once. It's about identifying those daily turning points and making a conscious choice over and over again. It's in the sum of those small decisions that the real transformative power lies.
So pay attention to your day. Where are your moments of choice? What small decision can you make today to start redefining your trajectory?
Remember, change isn't an explosion. It's an accumulation of intentional decisions. And every day offers countless opportunities to start that domino effect.
Daniel, we've talked about the power of a decision and identifying turning points. Now, let's bring it all together with the most crucial aspect. The first step, your catalyst for change.
Lina, people often get stuck in planning or waiting for the perfect moment. But the truth is, imperfect action is always better than perfect inaction.
I love that phrase. Imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. Because perfectionism is often just a mask for fear.
Exactly. The fear of failure, the fear of not doing it right, the fear of the unknown, it paralyzes us. But the first step doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be a step.
So, if I want to start writing a book, the first step isn't to write the whole bestseller. It's to open a blank document and write one sentence.
Precisely. If you want to start running, the first step isn't to run a marathon. It's to put on your shoes and go for a 10-minute walk. It's the action, no matter how small, that breaks the inertia.
And that small action generates momentum. It proves to yourself that you're capable.
Yes, and this leads us to the idea that life is a continuous experiment. Every action you take is an experiment. Every outcome is data. There are no failures, only results.
That mindset removes the pressure of having to get it right, and replaces it with the curiosity of, what will happen if?
Exactly. If that first step doesn't work as you expected, it's not a failure. It's a lesson. It's valuable information that helps you adjust your next experiment. It's like a scientist in a lab. If an experiment doesn't yield the expected result, they don't give up. They learn and adjust.
So, the key is experimentation and adaptation, not perfection from the start.
Absolutely. And this brings us to the final question, the one that can be your catalyst today. What small action can you take today that moves you closer to your vision?
Not tomorrow, not next week, today.
Yes, that single action, however insignificant it seems, is the one that has the power to trigger everything else. It's the first domino. It's the spark that lights the fire.
It could be sending that email, making that call, dedicating 15 minutes to a personal project, or simply choosing a more positive thought.
Anything that breaks inertia and moves you in the direction of the life you want to design. Don't underestimate the power of that first step. It's the most important one of all.
Because that first step is a declaration. It's your mind saying, I'm ready, I'm committed, I'm starting.
And when you take that step, the universe, your subconscious, and opportunities begin to align in ways you never would have imagined. Because today, mental upgraders can be the day everything changes.
The question isn't whether you're ready, but whether you're willing to take that first step.
Lina, what an inspiring episode. We've planted the seed of possibility in our listeners' minds.
We truly have, Daniel. We explored the power of a single decision, demonstrating how one moment can redefine your trajectory and how every day is a new opportunity for a fresh start.
We taught how to identify your turning points in your day, those quote-unquote moments of choice where you can break autopilot and start the domino effect of small wins.
And most importantly, we emphasized that the first step is your catalyst for change, reminding you that imperfect action beats perfect inaction, and that life is a continuous experiment.
Remember, change isn't something you wait for. It's something you create. Today can be the day everything changes for you. You don't need a perfect plan, just the willingness to take that first, imperfect, but powerful step.
Your power resides in the present, in every choice you make. Choose intention, choose growth, choose the life you're proud of.
We're passionate about helping you awaken your fullest potential, and your participation in this community is what makes this podcast so special.
So, if today's conversation ignited a spark within you, if you feel that today could be the day everything changes for you, please do us a huge favor.
Hit that like button right now. It helps us know what content resonates with you and helps more people discover our message. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Mental Upgrade podcast channel so you don't miss any episodes. We have so much more planned for your journey.
And please, share this episode with anyone you know who might feel stuck, or who needs a powerful reminder that change is possible and it can start today. Let's help spread this message of transformation.
We also absolutely love hearing from you. In the comments below, tell us, what's that small action you're going to take today to start a change? Or what decision have you been putting off that you'll make today?
Your insights and commitments inspire us and the entire Mental Upgrade community. Thank you for being such an active and engaged part of our family.
We'll be back soon with another powerful conversation to help you continue upgrading your mind and transforming your life. Until then, keep transforming, Mental Upgraders.
See you next time.